Danielle.
And I'm Dell.
And this is the Black Catch-Up, where we're catching up on iconic black movies we missed out on during our more religious conservative childhood.
Yep, and so today we watched Sister
Act. All right.
To get into the description, summary, whatever is on IMDb, that little paragraph.
When a worldly singer witnesses a mob crime, the police hide her as a nun in a traditional convent where she has trouble fitting in.
Alright. So, we usually start off with things we liked about the movie. So,
Although I will say, full disclosure, while I haven't seen this movie, I've seen bits and pieces of it, like parts of it. But it's also been so long since I've seen those bits and parts, it's like I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I've also have seen parts, not as many as I thought. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of confusing this movie with Fighting Temptations in terms of like black choir movies, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I actually hadn't seen most of this movie. So, things we liked. Who wants to start today?
You can start.
All right, I'll start today. So, the first thing I had was, I guess it's kind of obvious, but the singing. Yeah, it was just fun to like kind of see him progress. I honestly thought it was like really funny in the beginning when they couldn't sing as well.
Yeah.
But just kind of watching them and then seeing how far they came or whatever in the movie. But all the performances were just really good, really engaging. Like you just wanted to listen to them. So
even in like the very beginning when it was just Whoopi and her
and her like little trio, yeah. That was kind of I guess the first thing, yeah.
Since we already said Whoopi Goldberg, fabulous in this movie. From her huge, massive hair to her jokes, her humor, everything. Whoopi was wonderful in this. So good.
Yeah, that was pretty much the second thing I had down. I had like the humor in the movie, and I think most of it was kind of driven by her. I think the older nun, like the really older conservative nun,
Reverend Mother.
Yeah, Reverend Mother. She was also. I thought she also had a couple good lines too.
She played a pretty good straight man because on stuff like this, you really do need a good straight man when you're doing it, and she was a great counterpart to Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, but she definitely had her good one-liners as well. So I just like the movie was just overall funny.
If we're doing particular scenes, I really like one of the first scenes where she's in the convent and they're having breakfast or whatever that meal was.
Yeah. Beans. What is that?
What is that? And then she ends up getting her food taken away from her.
Yeah.
And she's like slapping the nun. She's like, no, I'll eat it. Fine, I'll eat it. So funny.
Okay.
And also when she said the prayer before the meal. Hilarious.
Oh, I think that might have been my favorite scene.
Hilarious.
The prayer before the meal.
It was
like
so funny.
She just was like putting together a bunch of different like scriptures, speeches, and history. The prayer was hilarious.
It was so good.
Okay. I also said the fashion.
Oh, I said that too.
Especially in the beginning. Like, of course, once they were like wearing the nun outfit,
you kind of didn't really see fashion, but just the little glimpses you saw, even when they were like hanging out with the people of their community, even more, seeing glimpses of their fashion and their fashion at the beginning. When she got that purple mink coat,
On that though, to have the ex-wife's name engraved in there like that, you can't do that. I'm sorry, you can't. You like that, like giving away something you gave to your ex-wife. Maybe I wouldn't do it. I don't think you should.
Like
but
if
it has her name engraved,
that was mighty bold.
You just can't.
That was mighty bold. That was so dumb. But even Jennifer, when Jennifer Lewis had like those knee-high red boots and put on a red jacket, I was like, fear. That fashion was so good.
Okay.
It was so good when we got it. I also like the jewelry making scene when they were just making jewelry. I think they were making rosaries or something like that. Just when she had to explain where she came from, she was like, "I'm from this heaven." Just that was funny.
Okay.
And we found out, and the one nun who was like, "Yeah, we had like no electricity, cold water everywhere. Sounds fun. It was hell on earth. I loved it."
There were a lot of like the nun just had a lot of good jokes. Like there were a lot of good like jokes like at I guess Catholicism's expense almost, but I thought they worked well.
It worked well.
Yeah, the last thing I kind of had is like I liked how they played the tension in the beginning of her kind of walking in as they were all sitting at the table and them just kind of staring, I think like that one kind of just struck a chord with me. Like going to like a PWI and things like that. That is something you experience. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of times it isn't that kind of blatant someone outright just disrespecting you or things like that. It's that like uncomfortableness you see when when you walk in a room. So I just really like how they played that on screen, especially in the beginning. So yeah, that was kind of the last thing I had written down.
I said I really liked the final act of all the nuns protecting her, and like just the nuns in the casino and everything was just like back and forth. It was very kind of cartoony to me in a very good way. It wasn't cartoon like weird violence where it was like bam pow. It was just like the music even played to it. I loved that.
No, I actually
liked
that
final
too.
Act.
Like it was a nice little like scramble in the casino.
Yeah.
And I did notice the music too. Like the music sounded very like almost like you're watching like an episode of like Scooby Doo or something.
Yeah.
You know.
You can't shoot her. She's a nun.
Yeah, that was a funny scene too.
See, I'm glad we didn't shoot her. She's a real nun. I love that. Okay, next we get into more problematic parts. I honestly don't think I saw any. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't really think I saw any.
Yeah, like I didn't really see anything that problematic either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I did yeah, no, I didn't really see anything yet.
It was very good.
Good movie. I guess it was almost kind of expected. Like it is a movie about like her becoming a nun, and I guess nuns are kind of assumed to be, you know, living a holy life, or you know, just not doing a lot of things, like being respectful, being kind to each other. So it makes sense that like there wasn't much, you know, but yeah, like yeah, I do want to say the mother father not mother Reverend Mother. I thought she like handled a lot of situations very well. You know, like I thought there were some situations that kind of could have gone in that problematic direction.
Yeah.
But I think she did like a very good job of just like, I guess like being the head and like being kind of a leader. So yeah, I really didn't see much.
Yeah. Because she was just mostly focused on keeping things the old way, but that wasn't necessarily like an oppressive way or anything like that. It was just like tradition, honor, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. But again, like even in that one scene where she wanted to keep the old show for the Pope, like she was willing to do a vote and she like just accepted the results. I'm like, that's good, you know, like that is how it should be, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but not too much really problematic, you know. So kudos to Sister Act.
Yeah. So I guess we could just go straight into our ratings.
Yeah. You want to go first this time?
Sure. I gave this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, especially the characters. We already spoke so highly of Whoopi Goldberg. She was a bright spot in the movie. But what I really liked about it was, in watching a lot of these movies, we kind of get half-baked characters or characters that we kind of don't really know.
Yeah.
But I feel as though the nuns that we saw, we really did get to know them. Like we got to learn a bit more about their personalities.
Yeah.
Granted, we didn't know every single nun, but we got to meet quite a few of them, and they got their own like agency, which is always good. I love it when characters have agency and like wants and desires and needs, and it was so wonderful. And just the overall growth of Dolores learning to enjoy where she is as a nun. And the nuns, in turn, learning to like accept her and accept a new way, especially Reverend Mother learning a new way and kind of like her heart like starts to soften towards Dolores. I really liked it. It was very good.
Okay. So yeah, I actually liked the movie a lot as well. I gave it a 4.5.
Oh.
Yeah, like again, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny.
I was close to giving it a 4.5.
Yeah, in the beginning, like I thought the concept was also really cool. Like, you know, like she's just like a singer, like a wealthy singer, kind of living her own life, and it like pretty like abruptly gets disrupted.
It was a classic fish out of water.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I think honestly, like I almost wanted to give it a 5, but I couldn't kind of like it didn't seem like that like perfect movie to me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't pinpoint it why, but I think the reason I kind of boiled it down to was at the end or towards like the back half of the movie, it just became like a little predictable to me. You know, like I thought, not like I thought, but like, you know, like the foreshadowing was very kind of in your face. Like they said, oh, the Pope's coming into the city soon. Like, you know, she's gonna turn around the choir. You know she's gonna turn around the town. And then you know she's gonna do the final performance with the Pope, and it's gonna be good. So there wasn't like a lot happen next. Like I'm at the end of my seat. You know, it was like a very like
that makes sense.
You can sit down comfortably and watch it, which you know you want that sometimes. You definitely do, but I would have just liked a little bit more surprise, I guess.
Okay.
At least for me to give it like a 5. You know, like again, great movie. This is like very much me just nitpicking. You know, like it was a great movie. I really did love it.
All right. So final question: do you wish you'd seen it sooner?
So for this one, like no. It was a really good movie and I really enjoyed it, but there wasn't anything that like wasn't like timeless. You know, like it's a very timeless movie. So like me watching it now, I don't feel like I missed out on anything. Like, you know, I feel like now I'm like caught up with everyone, but like I never really kind of felt behind, if that makes sense. You know, so for this one, like I'm okay not having seen it earlier, but I am glad I like saw it now. You know.
I get what you mean. I will say I do wish I saw it earlier, just because I liked it, and I would have liked to have seen it earlier.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
There's not much more to that.
That's a valid reason.
And I will say this movie brought back a lot of Catholic school chorus memories for me, because I definitely sang in chorus, and just that hearing the notes, I was like, oh, I know what I'm supposed to be doing now, and like all that good stuff. I will say when they turned around that performance so fast, I was like, that had to have been like 2 weeks later, because from where they went to where they were, you need more practice than just that like, oh, we'll just practice every day for a week. Like, no, you need more than that from where they were, especially to have those harmonies and like sing a cappella. I got so much flashbacks to chorus and doing that, as well as the pride when you like. It's this certain kind of pride where if you sing in a choir and you like know your shit's good, you like know like you got those harmonies on lock, and then they're gonna like take out the music and it's just gonna be like a little bit of drum, and you're still gonna like rock it, and everyone's gonna hear you guys crisp and clean, and then you know someone's gonna get that really high note, and you're like, there's a certain kind of pride once all of that comes together that I felt watching this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't in choir, but I was in band. I was in band, so I kind of get the same thing. Like you know, like once you've worked hard and like you know, like hey, like I've put in the work for this, and now it's time to show out, and y'all are gonna recognize it. You know, like,
and it's gonna be like your shit's good.
Yeah, like that's that feeling's like second to none. You know. But
that's like crack.
But yeah, so that was Sister Act. Thanks for tuning in. Some YouTube housekeeping. Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell if you'd like.
Ring the bell. Leave comments.
Yes.
If you want to like recommend stuff.
If you have any recommendations for us, you can tweet us, DM us, send a message to the Black Catch-Up on Twitter, and all of our social medias will be in the description box below. And we'll see you next time to catch up.
All right.
Bye.
We're out.